Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.02436 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 2.9%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that we have information on this chart. And today might be our lucky day that we are seeing a breakout here on the Vechain chart. And before I get to that, I want to kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, here on the daily chart, you can see after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances. But at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected, and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I was terming as an Elliot wave structure to the upper side, having this as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, a wave 3, then I expected a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4 before we continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. But that movement to the upper side got invalidated, and that happened after the wave 4 over here retraced into the high of this first wave. And having done so, I had to remove this Elliot wave structure from my charts and view this movement to the upper side as something else. And the only way we could view that as is just an ABC corrective movement. And after seeing the high of that ABC corrective movement, whatever I expected on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side. And we have seen such a movement right here, having that as the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5, which has now completed the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the lower side. And having seen the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 come to an end, whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2 to the upper side. And that means that higher Elliot wave count 2 over here is going to give us a bit of a bounce to the upper side. And because a wave 2 is a retracement of the first wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave 1 to the high to the low of this wave 1 down here, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, which perfectly lies between the $0.029 mark and the $0.026 mark. That is the minimum that I'm expecting that bounce to the upper side to do. And today we are seeing a bit of a breakout to the upper side, and we are trying to break above a key area of resistance here on the Vechain chart at around the $0.02435 mark. And from what you can see here on the 4-hour chart, we have opened a daily candlestick, a 4-hour candlestick above that key area of resistance, and there is a possibility that we might continue pushing higher, maybe even see a successful retest of that key area of resistance. And once the retest is in, I would expect a very nice bounce to the upper side to get us into this target area in the formation of this second wave. And then from there we can start sketching out another movement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 3. And to support that movement to the upper side in the formation of a second wave, we have key chart patterns that are in formation right here, which are supporting that breakout to the upper side. And before I get to them, we had been trading within this channel right here, managed to break out of this channel to the lower side, and after the breakout we even saw a retest of the lower side of the channel. And after the retest was in, we continued pushing lower, and in that movement we formed the first chart pattern that is supporting that movement to the upper side. That is the breakout to the upper side above this key area of resistance, which is a double bottom. And if I draw it out, we can have this as the first bottom right there, then so a bit of a bounce to the upper side forming the neckline of that double bottom, then continued pushing lower in the formation of the second bottom. And after that we are seeing a bit of a bounce over here, and we have been in much of a consolidation right here after getting rejected by the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark. And today might be our lucky day, because once we manage to break, now that we have managed to open a 4-hour candlestick above that key area of resistance, there's a possibility that very soon we are going to see that volume and also that pump to manage to push the price of Vechain to higher prices. And this target area, this chart pattern that I have drawn out over here, gives us a minimum target area to the upper side as the height between the neckline and the bottoms down there. So using a trend line, we can get that height, then place it over here to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $0.025 mark. So there is a possibility that once we manage to see a retest of this key area of resistance, Vechain is going back to around the $0.025 mark. Also giving you the second chart pattern that is in formation right here that is supporting that movement to the upper side. In the formation of that wave 2, which is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, we can have that as the left shoulder of that inverse head and shoulders pattern. Then we have seen the formation of the head down there, then the neckline, then the right shoulder has been in formation right there, and we are yet to see a breakout to the upper side. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the neckline and the head down there. So using a trend line once more, we can get that height and then place it over here to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $0.02593 mark, which is so close to this target area that I have drawn out over here in the formation of that second wave. So there are high chances once we see a breakout out of these chart patterns that I have drawn out over here, Vechain is going to give us a very nice bounce to the upper side, getting us back into this target area that I have drawn out over here in the formation of a second wave. And then from there, once we have fully maximized the formation of that second wave, we can expect a very nice impulsive movement to the lower side in the formation of a third wave. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 63 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side before we get into the overbought region. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have also printed a bullish cross, and that means higher prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.